Pack your bags and come with me. We're getting ready to go on the best adventure of your life, the greatest journey, and you won't want to come back. That's right, we're headed south to Texas, where the stars are big and bright and you have wide open spaces. Texas is the only place I know that you can watch your dog run away for 100 miles. That's right, it's flat, which, if you're like me and you're from the mountains, it's a nice change of pace. Texas is one of the most hospitable states I've ever been in. I came in as an outsider, didn't know anybody, and had never been there a day in my life, and I felt like I was right at home. I made friends that I never thought I'd meet. I was in a store, and they were just like, hey, we're friends. There's not that many places that have that and are like that. So Texas is just so homey. If you're like me, home is where your heart is. It's not necessarily where your stuff is. And for me, Texas is where my heart is. And if you're anything like me, you have a love for ice cream. Well, let me tell you, if you've never heard of the ice cream maker Blue Bell, you've never had good ice cream. And guess what? It just so happens that, yeah, that's right, Blue Bell comes from Texas. So not only do you have wide open spaces, bright stars and clear nights, southern hospitality that'll knock you off your feet, you can have some of the best ice cream ever served with your best friend that you just met at the local boutique. Also, to wash down your Blue Bell, don't forget that Texas is the founder of Dr. Pepper. You're right, that's where Dr. Pepper was originated at. So, if that hasn't got you hooked yet, just wait, it gets better. So, I don't know if you know this or not, and don't get me wrong, I love Old Dominion, but smart people go to Texas. You have some of the most top-ranked colleges in the whole United States okay, it's a huge state, but you get what I mean. You've got the University of Texas, go Longhorns. You've got Texas A&M, go Aggies. You've got Texas Tech, wreck 'em. The list just goes on and on and on. They are great education. They lead the nation in sports every year. They are vast. The options are endless with these schools. Anywhere from journalism to engineering. That's just a huge, broad spectrum of what you can gain by attending college in Texas. Now, once you get there and you get your education and you get out, you're more likely to get a job in Texas. Texas is the leading state for employment. They have the lowest unemployment rate and the highest employment rate. They also have higher wages than any other state in the United States. So, by moving to Texas, you're going to have a better education. You're going to get a job quicker. You are going to get paid more, which means you can pay off college faster, be out of debt quicker, buy more Blue Bell ice cream to enjoy while you drink your Dr. Pepper as you sit out on your porch and enjoy the beautiful days of Texas while looking out over the wide open spaces under the big bright stars. Now, if I haven't sealed the deal yet, and I know some of you may be a little hesitant, have you ever heard of the Texas Bluebonnets? No? Well, let me just tell you about the most beautiful wildflower I've ever seen in my life. As you're driving down the Texas interstates, lined down the median, down the sides of the roads, there is this periwinkle royal blue flower, and it's just a sea of bluebonnets as far as you can see. It's lush, beautiful, majestic flowers that grow wild nobody's planted them. They also had to be in Texas. They couldn't go anywhere else. Now, don't get me wrong. You can buy them and you can plant them at home. Trust me, I know. But it's just so wonderful to see something wild, flourishing, being in its natural state in Texas, and flourishing. There's nothing that I find more beautiful than driving down I-40 through crazy rush hour traffic and being able to look over and see those beautiful flowers. So, as the Dixie Chicks say, she needed wide open spaces. So, by now I'm sure your luggage is packed, and I'll be happy to pick you up as I'll go. Just let me know where you are. Because if there's one thing I know to be true, you have to experience the great state of Texas at least once in your life. I mean, at least to go to the Blue Bell Ice Cream Creamery. I mean, Texas has something for everyone. It doesn't matter what your hobby is, what your interest is. You can find a part of Texas that'll fit every need and want that you have. From Dallas to El Paso, there is something in between there that'll quench your thirst. And as you're making your journey, be sure to look at the Blue Bonnets. And probably eat some Blue Bell ice cream. And as I said before, go Longhorns. Thank y'all, and I hope you enjoyed my speech.